Hello everyone. Today we will be going to solve a problem from Codeforces round 218 division 2 hamburgers. So the questions tell us that Polycarpus loves hamburgers very much. So he has his own favorite recipe. So the recipe is given in the form of string of letters. B stands for bread, S for sausage and C for cheese. The ingredients in the recipe go from top to bottom. He has a string of letters that tells us about his favorite hamburger recipe. That may be like that can be said like BS, CBS that represents the hamburger. So we are also given the number of breads, sauces, and cheese basically, and then there is a shop nearby that has all the ingredients and we have been given the prices of a single piece of bread, a piece of sausage, and a piece of cake. So Polycarpus has R rubles and he is ready to shop them. What is the maximum number of hamburgers can he cook? So the problems tell us that he has a recipe that has been given us in the form of a string. The second line will contain the three integers, the number of bread, sauces, and cheese Polycarpus has in his kitchen. The third line will be containing the prices of one bread, sauces, and cheese. Okay, and the fourth line will be the containing the integer r, the number of ruples Polycarpus has. So we have to find out the maximum number of hamburgers Polycarpus can make, and if we can't make any, we will print zero. So let's go to the code and code it out. So let's code it out. What we need is the first will be the string s. So let's take the string s. Um, String s, in s. Then we will need the number of we'll need the number of pieces of bread, sauces, and cheese, and the third line will be containing the pieces of the price of one bread, sauces, and cheese. Okay, first will be the number, then it will be the prices. So for that we'll take long quantity C1, Q1, Q2, Q3. This will be the quantity, and for the price it will be P1, P2, and P3. So C in Q1, Q2, and Q3. These are the quantities. Then the next line will be inputting the prices of one each bread, each sauces, and each cheese, I guess. So these will be the prices, and the third line will be the rubles that we have. Let's denote it with R, and then we'll input C in R. Okay. So mostly the important thing is we have to find the ratio in which the string is given. Okay. For example, if suppose let's say let's take this example. So if this is the example, let's say so this is the number of number the quantity. Okay, this is the price, this is the price, and this is the rubles that we have. Okay, so rubles. So if we look at it, the quantity is given in the ratio of 3 is to 2 is 3 is to 2 is to 1. So first element will be like this. With this we will make one hamburger. Okay, so in the next one, if we want to make the second hamburger, what we will have to do is 6, 4, and 2 will be the second hamburger ratio. So for that, we don't have the 2 here, so we have to buy another cheese, and for that cheese we will take the cost will be 3 because each cheese costs 3. So if we minus that cost from the rubles that we have, we can easily buy it because rubles we have 4 rubles and the cost of one cheese is 3. So for that we will be remaining with 1 rubles, and we can buy one cheese, and we can get this ratio to 6 is to 4 is to 2. So in this way you can make the second hamburger. And if we want to make the third hamburger, it will be 9 is to 6 is to 3. But we don't have any rubles to buy the items. So we will be returning the uh, maximum number of hamburgers that we can make will be 2. The answer will be 2. Okay, so let's take this out here. Let's put it here for your understanding. So now what we have to do, we have to like find out the ratio in which in the string. So LL R1 will be indicating the ratio for B, R2 will be indicating the ratio for S, and R3 will be indicating the ratio for C. So let's iterate the for auto character the string. So let's iterate the string. So if ch equals to let's see here BSC. Okay, if it is B, so what we'll do, we'll increment the R1. Else if ch equals to S, what we'll do, we'll increment the R2. And else if it is C, what we'll do is we'll increment the R3. So we have got the ratios. So how does we can implement uh, binary implementation here? So if we see that we have to find the maximum number of hamburgers here. Okay. So for that, what we have to find out, we have to get two values, two pointers. One will be the pointing to the highest number of hamburgers we can make. Another one will be the lowest number. So for that, if we take LL equals to, means low equals to let's say 0, it will be the lowest point, and high will be the highest point. What will be the highest point? So for that, if we see, the highest point will be the numbers is 100. The maximum that we can buy is for R rupees. So this will be the maximum point, 10 to the power of 2. That is the highest point of R. And we can have at most 100 pieces. So the maximum value will be R plus 100. Okay. And for other issues, we can also take R plus 200 also. So we will take the highest element as R plus 100. So let's run the binary implementation. While low equals to high, okay, what up we will require the mid. Okay, so LL mid equals to low plus high minus low divided by 2. Mid will be indicating the number of hamburgers. So here mid will be indicating the number of hamburgers that we have. So mid will be indicating the number of hamburgers here. Okay, so we have the number of hamburgers, right? So we have to find out the ratio of the hamburgers. The ratio in it is available. So for that, we will take LL A equals to, we have to take uh, the ratio that was in the string, means in S. So it will be like R1, it will be like R1 into mid minus the quantity. It will be the quantity that we have. So if the quantity is less than the current ratio, we will get a positive number. If it is not less than the current ratio, we will have a negative number. So we have to find out the max up between those numbers. So for that, we will take a maxi value, the max, and for that we will take a number z. So we will initialize the z here. Let's initialize the z equals to 0 for the boundary. So if we can see, we have to find the three ratios. B, it will be like R2 into mid minus Q2, and it will be R3 into mid minus Q3. Okay, so this will be C. And finally, we have to find the amount, means the total price. So for that, we'll be like TOT, we'll take a variable, and what we'll do, we'll take all the current ratios A into the price of each element, P1 plus B into P2 plus C into P3. Okay, so we will see if the current total is less than equals to the rubles we have, we can make more hamburgers. We can make more hamburgers. What we will do, increment the mid value. So we will increment the mid value, that will be low equals to mid plus 1. Okay. And if we don't have enough rubles, what we will do? We will just decrement the value high equals to mid minus 1. So here mid will be indicating the hamburgers, right? So we have to indicate the final hamburgers. So what will be the final hamburgers? So if finally, if it is like low equals to mid, what happens that uh, low will increment to low equals to mid plus 1, right? And the answer will still remain as high. So finally what we will do is we will return, let's say, C out high as the final answer, and we'll keep the endl. Okay. So so if we can see like this, yeah. So let's delete it. Yeah. So let's take some examples and run the code. If you copy it, put it here and paste it. Let's run the code. So 2, we are getting 2. Let's take the next second example. Let's run the code. So 7, yeah, 7. Let's set the final output, final input, sorry, and paste it here. Yes, we are getting the results here. So let's download the code. Okay. Uh, let's like submit the code here. Let's submit it. Yeah, it's accepted. So thank you